ready to roll? I'm checking the clock. Just got in my zone. You ready to rock?
Good evening, Arlington, and welcome to Monster Jam Trackside. Within the next hour, you'll get a preview of tonight's action, as well as to get to know more about our competitors. My name is Aiden AD, one of 3 hosts for tonight's event, in which 12 Monster Jam superstars will be competing for the title overall event champion. They will battle it out in 3 competitions: Monster Jam Racing, the Great Clip Skills Challenge, and of course, Monster Jam Freestyle. Now, you Monster Jam fans, as well as the Monster Jam fans around me, will help play a pivotal role in help crowning our champions. But we'll learn more about that later on. Right now, I would like to introduce to you my co-hosts, Kay Young and KCG. Ladies, here we are in the beautiful state of Texas. I'm ready for tonight's event. How about yourselves?
Oh, we are ready, Aiden. Thank you so much. Again, I am Kay Young, alongside our pit reporter, KCG, and of course, I'll be giving you all the play-by-play action. But Casey, you're going to be very busy giving us all those crucial updates from the back.
That's right. While the superstars of Monster Jam compete out on the track, we have some very hardworking UNOH technicians that will be working hard in the back to make sure that every truck is competition ready. I will also be hanging out in the back in the pits, bringing you breaking news as well as some of the biggest moments from today's Monster Jam. Now, Kay, one of the biggest topics of the last couple weeks has been the track. We are gearing up for the 2024 season, and there have been some big changes. Prior to 2 weeks ago, we've never run this particular track design before, and we've noticed that as the drivers were entering the track for competitions like freestyle, they weren't sure how the truck was going to handle, because where the pod is in the center of the track, instead of the pod being flat, it's now carved out like a bowl. Now that they have more seat time out there on the track, I think that this weekend is where they're going to start taking bigger risks, which is where we're going to start to see those big rewards, new moves being invented, big action here this weekend. But also, we have some drivers that are new to the competition this weekend that we didn't see 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, that's right. Adam Anderson and Gravedigger, Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl, and Tim Jones and Tailgater all are going to see this track for the very first time. And I'm really excited, especially to see Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl and Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. They've not competed since World Finals. So for them to test this track, to test the limits, like you said, I'm really excited to see how well they do. Now, Tim Jones and Tailgater, he is known for laying down a freestyle. This is only second Monster Jam in his entire career, and unfortunately for him in New Orleans, he wasn't able to surpass the 30 seconds that we have to have in order to qualify for that crucial score. So I'm excited to see what Tim Jones and Tailgater is going to lay down in that freestyle.
Yeah, no doubt. You're in for some big action here today, and we've got a lot more coming up with you when it comes to Monster Jam Trackside. So once again, welcome to Monster Jam.
Jam fans, you know that to be the best, you've got to beat the best. That's why I love BKT tires. Whether you're working in the field or doing extreme sports like me, BKT tires are a winning formula. My BKTs are rough enough and tough enough to get me through any competition. When it comes to strength and power, nothing else compares. Take it from me.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer, so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
So it's game day, and you need to get your hair in shape. Enter Great Clips. Our skilled stylists save your haircut details and clip notes for the look you love almost as much as your team. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Monster Jam fans, it's going to be an amazing night here tonight for the Monster Jam event, and your cell phone will be your best friend. Not only will you be using it to submit your scores using judgeszone.com, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be using a lot of videos and photos. Now, if you care to share on any of your social media platforms, I'm talking about TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and even Facebook, make sure you use the hashtag MonsterJam. You can also add us, because not only you may have your opportunity or your photos and videos up on the video board for tonight's event, but to all Monster Jam events across the world. So once again, Whenever you take those photos and videos, make sure you use the hashtag MonsterJam. We just got started with Monster Jam Trackside, and it's all about you, the fans out here in Arlington, Texas. I am here with
My name, Colton.
Colton. What's your name, sir? Jason. Jason, well, thank you so much for being here tonight. Now, Colton, how many Monster Jam events have you come to?
3.
3. Now, I heard this is your 3rd event, right?
Yeah.
So who would you say your favorite truck is?
Zombie.
Zombie, okay, Bari Musawa behind the wheel of Zombie. He's not here tonight, but who would you say your favorite truck is competing in tonight's competition?
A Toro Loco.
El Toro Loco, I see with the truck right here. Now, Dad, how many Monster Jam events have you come to?
This is my 3rd, but 1 when I was a kid.
1 when you was a kid, so this is your 4th. Now, what trucks do you remember going to Monster Jam as a kid?
It was all Bigfoot back then.
All Bigfoot back then. Now, let's just say for tonight's event, which truck will you be going for? 3, 2, 1.
Black Pearl.
Black Pearl. Okay, Cole Bernard in the black. Okay, why?
Hadn't seen it before. I liked it.
All right, well, that's cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Well, I have another Monster Jam family right here. Come on down. What's your name, ma'am, and who do we have here? Your name, ma'am?
Oh, I'm Sam.
Sam, and who do we have here?
Aya.
Aya, well, nice to meet you. Now, how many Monster Jam events have you attended?
First timers.
First timers. Now, why did you decide to come to a Monster Jam event?
A lot of naps, so we get to watch Monster Jam.
Oh, Monster Jam on TV. Now you get to experience it here live. Now, be ready for a lot of noise and a lot of action. I see that you have your noise-canceling headphones. Now, who would you say you're going for tonight's event?
Monster Mutt.
Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Jamie Sullivan will be behind the wheel of Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now, Mom, I'm pretty sure you don't know any Monster Jam truck drivers, but let's just take a guess. Who do you want to see win?
Well, I want to see Toro Loco win.
El Toro Loco win. Now, why is that?
It's my favorite. He rocks it.
Well, welcome to Monster Jam. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on with Monster Jam Trackside.
working my whole life to cover, afraid to speak my mind. From judgment to the shaking of this time. Be honest, not ashamed of what I love. In the darkness, when the stars realign, we are gonna let it shine. I'm waiting for the night to come. I'm waiting for the tide to pull me in. I'm waiting till I find the one, someone who will take me as I am. I'm waiting for the night to come. I've waited all my life. I'll shout it from the rooftops when I'm looking in your eyes. I'm waiting for the night to come. I'm waiting for the night to be. Did I show you that I'm soft? I worry, so I let the gloves come out. In a hurry, the taste of my own blood is salty, but I fight for what I love. 'Cause I'm worthy, it's all the silly little fears to break. If you got time to think, I'm feeling all the ways. Are you feeling all the ways? When the stars realign, we are gonna let it shine. I'm waiting for the night to come. I'm waiting for the tide to pull me in. What you say? I'm waiting till I find the one, someone who will take me as I am. What you say? I'm waiting for the night to come. I've waited all my life. I'll shout it from the rooftops when I'm looking in your eyes. I'm waiting for the night to come. I'm waiting for the night to be. I'm waiting for the night to come. I'm waiting for the tide to pull me in. What you say? I'm waiting for the night to come. I'm waiting for the night to begin. What you say? I'm waiting for the night to come. I've waited all my life. I'm staring at the ocean when I'm looking in your eyes. I'm waiting for the night to come. I'm waiting for the night to begin.
I'm American made, but like Chevrolet. My mama taught me wrong from right. I was born in the South. Sometimes I have a big mouth when I see something that I don't like. I gotta say it. We've been driving this road for a mighty long time, paying no mind to the signs. Well, this neighborhood's changed, it's all been rearranged. We left that team somewhere behind. Slow down, we're gonna crash. Lady, you were screaming, it's a blast, blast, blast. And look out, baby, you got your blonde shoes on. Everybody's looking for a way to get real gone, real gone, real gone. But there's a new cat in town. He's got high-paid friends. Thinks he's gonna change his.
Well, Casey, we have a lot to dive into here in Trackside, but I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that are happening with our Monster Jam drivers and trucks. And we're going to start off right now with Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune. What is that update?
That's right. I caught up with Kayla just a little bit earlier, and we're going to go ahead and throw a picture up there on the video board just to give you guys a visual. In the back of the Soldier Fortune truck, between the back two tires, that whole piece is the rear housing. In the center of the rear housing, you have the third member or the differential, and this is basically like a big gear. On either side of the third member, that's where the axles connect into. Connecting perpendicularly, you have the drive shaft, and the way that the axles connect to the third member, it's almost like teeth. They come together like teeth of a gear. And if you think about how hard the competition is on these trucks when they're getting big air, when they're going really fast out there on the track, eventually, although these parts are made of steel, they will end up failing. They will end up giving up. And so if any of the T's shear off of the axle, then that's what can get everything caught up inside of the third member. So at the beginning of the weekend, she hit the track for media and the entire back end locked up. So they ended up tearing apart the entire back end. They took off the tires, the wheel wells, the planetary, all the axles to fix the third member. And this is why our crew and our technicians are the best at what they do. If that third member had broken for Kayla Blood during the competition, she absolutely would have missed one, maybe two, maybe three competitions because it's such a laborious fix. So it's issues like that that are really important to catch ahead of time. So as of now, that truck is ready for competition. It's ready to go. But Kay, can you talk to us about some of the electrical issues that have maybe been plaguing Shaker and Cole Vernard of the Black Pearl?
Yeah, let's start off with Ryan Disharoon driving Shaker. He's got a new EFI system, which is electrical fuel injector. And what it does is that EFI helps really the fuel intake throughout the motor and gives it a little bit more power, but also using less fuel consumption. So with his EFI system, he just got it in, and it was kind of plaguing him in Glendale. If you can remember, Casey, he got cut off twice, 3 times, I believe, and so that really affected his points, it affected his runs, and it was all because of the electrical issues. He said he's got it dialed in, he said he felt really good. They tested it yesterday before practice started. He had great racing passes, so we'll cross our fingers, say a prayer that Ryan Disharoon and Shaker is ready to go. But talk to us a little bit about Cole Vernard and the Black Pearl, also coming back into action since World Finals, but he's also been played with a couple little electrical gremlins.
That's right. We were with Cole Vernard of the Black Pearl all season long, and at the end of the main season for this year, he ended up putting in some new electrical components like EFI onto the truck. And EFI is a really touchy thing because it has to do with timing. It's a whole computer system that is basically loaded into the truck to help refine electronic fuel injection, which is fantastic, but it does take some time to work through that. That's actually why we saw Cole Vernard compete in his teammate Jamie Gardner's truck in World Finals, because it wasn't yet worked out on the Black Pearl. So fast forward to here this weekend, he has completely rebuilt the truck to work through those electrical components. However, we're going to see how that's going to play out in the competition here today. So far, the truck's running really good, but we're excited to see what he can do on the track.
We went to the Monster Jam test grounds to show how the original Super Glue, now with Super Unix, can win any challenge. From small,
Bond super fast, just 10 seconds. All set here.
to the extreme.
Let's see how strong it really is.
Yeah, let's see it lift 12,000 pounds.
The extreme power of Super Unix adhesive is shock and vibration proof. So strong, it can lift more than 12,000 pounds. The original Super Glue, featuring Super Unix, the next generation of Super Glue.
Her body's gold like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those things we try forgetting, I remember. But we say we all fine, we all fine. Sunny day dreams.
Monster Jam presents the Monster Jam All-Star Challenge. Your favorite Monster Jam drivers in a heated competition versus fire and ice, coming to the Anaheim Stadium November 11th. So make sure to get your tickets by visiting monsterjam.com.
We steal them. And I be running 'cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. And if we fall, let's be strong now. Moving along, we don't mind, we don't mind. All the good comes in waves. I buy my time by the ocean.
Well, we are joined up at the Monster Jam desk right now by Ryan Anderson driving Son of a Digger and Adam Anderson driving Gravedigger. Gentlemen, welcome up here to our roundtable. Adam, I want to start with you. You haven't driven since World Finals, so with that time off, are you excited to get back behind the wheel? Are you a little nervous, or was the time off just what you needed?
No, it actually does make you a little bit nervous, but at the same time, it was good. A little bit of time off is great. But at the same time, your body is acclimated to basically getting beat down in those trucks. So after being out for a little while, you do get a little bit nervous. I have been doing it for 18 years, so it's kind of okay. So like yesterday, practice, I was pretty fast, I guess. I'll take that, but that was practice. This is a new day, new track. But the one thing that's the same is that I'm behind the wheel of Gravedigger, and I got my man Gio behind me as well.
Most definitely. I mean, you did have the fastest race pass yesterday in practice, so that's going to hopefully lead him to racing. Ryan, I want to switch gears. Usually you and your brother don't compete against each other. I mean, other than 2021, we've seen you compete that entire series, but you guys are going to be competing together and against each other in the 2024 series on Stadium Championship Series West. So we're going to see a little prequel, I think, here tonight. How excited are you to not only battle your brother, but, you guys have that really cool, kind of head-to-head.
Absolutely. It makes me drive crazier every time. Me and him feed off of each other better than anybody else in the industry. So for us to be on tour together all year next year, I'm super excited. It's going to be rough when everybody else is competing with us, but me and Adam are going to have a blast. And tonight is the night. We're going to do it for the first time. We're going to go crazy. We're going to feed off each other. And if I don't win, I want him to win. If he doesn't win, he wants me to win. But when we end up head-to-head, all bets are off. We're going crazy. But like we always say, we're the Andersons. We're excited about racing. We're excited about Skills Challenge. But we came all the way from the Outer Banks, North Carolina to tear these trucks up for Monster Jam Freestyle. So that's my focus right now, making sure I'm ready for that.
Adam, do you have a rebuttal at all? Do you think that, next year, maybe even tonight, this is going to start you being the winner, beating your brother here?
You know what? This is just kicking it off, and it's a good warm-up. Ryan, he's got, one show, one event before me doing this. He was competing with my brother Weston, actually, so that was good. But now coming out here, I'm the eldest brother, so I got to lay down the law sometimes. But it's not always easy, but I'll take it. We come together as a team here to battle everybody else. We got to knock them out of the way, then we work on each other.
Speaking of your brother Weston, 2 weekends ago in Glendale, Arizona, Weston competed in your Gravedigger truck, and he ended up taking home the win, his very first stadium freestyle win, a big moment for him. Do you think a little bit of that juju is still in your truck, and are you looking to do the same thing here this weekend?
It absolutely is, and it's the crew behind it, Gio and the other boys. We got a bunch of new guys that are in training back there, but they're rocking and rolling. They're throwing the wrenches. We're ready. But the truck, man, Gravedigger 35 is up bad to the bone machine. And I can tell you, nobody doesn't want none of it.
And Ryan, I gotta ask you, I heard earlier today in the pit party that you guys were talking a little bit of smack. I heard Chris Kohler in Brutus, his words, not mine. He said, Ryan's only talking smack because he's afraid of me out there on the track. So I just wanted to get your response to that.
No. Chris wants to talk some smack in Brutus. I can tell you one thing. I brought my Son of a Digger out here with the biggest leash there is in the world. I'm going to put Brutus on the leash. I'm going to drag him back into his place. And I'm going to make sure both these diggers are on top where they're supposed to be. So get ready tonight. We're going to go wild. We're going to go crazy. And who knows, I might end up with a new dog tonight, baby.
Folks, you heard it. The competition is already getting heated here tonight. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. It's Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, and Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is your home state competitor. I'm talking about Cole Stevens behind the wheel of Thunder Roars. We made the debut of the truck this year. It's been one crazy, amazing year for you. What has been multiple highlights for you?
There's no doubt about it. Coming to my home state of Texas has definitely been the highlight of this year. Came away with a win in San Antonio. Had a great showing here earlier in Arlington. But you know what? I'm so glad to be back with this brand new truck. We just coming off a World Finals freestyle win. First time back in the stadium. I haven't had an opportunity to get this track yet, so I'm excited. I'm about to go off the chain, and hopefully I can break that sucker in half.
Yes, an amazing win at Monster Jam World Finals for the freestyle competition. Now, when it comes to freestyle and competing on different tracks, what are some things you have to adjust when getting behind the wheel?
You know, I'm known for a driver who likes to go big, and this track is definitely suited for me. It's also very technical, so I'm going to have to really line up everything, try and get into that center pod. You see that big hole in the center of the track right now? Every driver out here has been looking at that. We've been paying attention. It's going to be hard to get in that hole and get out of it safely, but it could lead to some epic saves.
You're originally from Houston, Texas. Here we are in Arlington, Texas. Now, do you have any family or friends coming to support you for tonight's event?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I got my wife and my mom in the stands up there. They're watching. I'm so happy to have them here. But you know what? This is Texas, baby. You guys are all my family, and I'm glad to have you on my back. And I tell you what, they tell me that truck's alive, and I believe it. But I'm going to need help from each and every one of you. On the count of three, I need this entire stadium to roar as loud as you can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's Cole Stevens and Thunder Roars.
This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. Watching her, but she's looking
track where all the magic is going to take place this evening with Chris Kohler, the driver of Brutus. And Chris, I want to talk to you about our first competition of the night, and that is racing. Specifically when it comes to this particular style track, it's the paperclip style track. So when you start on the inside of the berm, you get that big speed. It shoots you right out of the berm. But something I noticed yesterday in practice is that it's hard not to nick those tires on one of the pods on your way out. So can you break that down for us and talk to us about some of the challenges this track presents?
It's a little bit longer for a Monster Jam track, but it's still a quick track, so you're trying to cut it as close as you can with all the turn pulls and everything. So if you even slip up a little bit, you're going to lose. So you're trying to cut it tight, and like once you get close up to it, we're so high up, it's hard to see kind of the corners, so you can kind of nick it, and it can screw you up pretty bad, but hopefully the other guy does the same thing, or you're able to ride it tight enough and get a good pass.
And let's go ahead and talk about Monster Jam Freestyle a little bit. Chris, you're one of the drivers that you know your truck inside and out. And as we know, this is a competition of drivers as an athlete, but also a competition of the machines. So talk to us about how your truck is geared for a competition like Freestyle.
We have the toughest trucks. Team Scream has everything bigger. You know, when he started, my dad 26 years ago, anything that broke, he got sick of working on it, so he just built it again, built it stronger, you know, and then the next thing breaks and you go down the line. So our trucks are tougher, they're bigger bolts, bigger everything, so they're made for freestyle. That's kind of, we're a freestyle team, but last time I was here I did win racing, so hopefully we can have the same luck and then also have a good freestyle tonight.
And last question I want to ask you, it sounds like Ryan Anderson, the driver of Son of a Digger, he was talking a little bit of smack up there at the desk earlier today. It seems like the competition is already getting heated before it's even begun.
Yeah, no, I heard it. I was in the tunnel. I watched him say what he said. I think he's crazy. I mean, he got hit in the head a couple too many times. I don't know what it is, but we're butting heads tonight, and we're going to line up. We're going to go for it, and hopefully I come out on top.
One thing is for certain, you guys are in for a fantastic Monster Jam event here this evening. How about it, folks? Let's hear it for Chris Kohler, Brutus.
I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark. We ride, gonna go up, gone. Deuces goodbye. I got a world to see. And my girl, she wanna see Rome. See some make you a believer now. I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people now. Sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands. This is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching. I said. This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Monster Jam is now on MAV TV, and you can catch every Saturday morning classic Monster Jam episodes, and then every Saturday night at 8 p.m. You can also catch brand new Monster Jam episodes airing at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, you can catch the Arena in 30 in our official podcast, Inside Monster Jam with Scott Jordan. For more information, log on to monsterjam.com/TV.
There we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling. possess through the drama. H is for the hurt, but it's all for the honor. A is for my attitude, working through the patience. Money comes and goes, so the M is for motivation. Gotta stay consistent, the P is to persevere. The I is for integrity, innovative career. The O is optimistic, open and never shut. And the N is necessary, cause I'm never giving up. See, they ask me how I did it, I just did it from the heart. Crushing the competition, been doing it from the start. They say that every champion is all about.
Well, we have 3 exciting competitions that you, the fans, are going to be witnessing here tonight as we get set to crown an overall event champion. Our first competition is Monster Jam Racing. Now, this is a bracketed style tournament where our drivers will race head-to-head to advance on to see our 4 drivers that have automatic advancements into round 2. From round 2, then we will go into the semifinal round, and then we'll go into Monster Jam Racing Finals, where then we will crown our racing winner. And then our second competition is the Great Clip Skills Challenge, where each of our drivers will have the option to throw down 2 of their best tricks on just 2 wheels, or they can opt out for a Monster Jam donut. Now, you, the fans, will decide using judgeszone.com. You're going to be looking for technical moves, combination moves, and of course, myself, Aiden, or KCG will let you know what you're witnessing. And then, of course, our final competition is Monster Jam Freestyle. Now, our drivers will have 2 minutes to lay down their sickest freestyle using the entire track. And of course, you, the fans, will also use judgeszone.com in helping us choose our winner. Now, keep in mind that they'll have to complete 30 seconds of their run to qualify for that score. And of course, we will let you know when scoring is open. Now, you're going to be scoring 2 out of the 3 competitions. And for more on that, let's throw it down to Aiden AD to let you know how to use judgeszone.com.
Monster Jam fans, the name of the website will be judgeszone.com. So right now, we're going to do a trial run with everybody in the stands, as well as these Monster Jam fans right here. So take out your cell phones, open judgeszone.com. And once you're there, it's going to ask you to select a number. Pick a finger, any finger, slide it up or down to any number that you would like, and then hit submit. So when it comes to the Great Clip Skills Challenge, as well as Monster Jam Freestyle, you will have 20 seconds to lock in your scores after the completion of every competitor's run. Now, usually, this is how judgeszone.com works. It's the average of all of your scores submitted will be the total for that competitor. Now, usually we throw an average up on the video board, but tonight we're going to do something different. Once again, as a reminder, judgeszone.com. That code is ARL. Select the tire to any score that you want. The average of your scores submitted will be the total for that competitor. And then hit submit. Now, Monster Jam fans, make sure you submit your scores fairly and accurately based off the competitor's run, not the popularity of their truck.
The C is for the courage I possess through the drama. H is for the hurt, but it's all for the honor. A is for my attitude, working through the patience. Money comes and goes, so the M is for motivation. Gotta stay consistent, the P is to persevere. The I is for integrity,